Hello, this is Miss Oshi, and I'm making this video to help families and students understand Wixie. Wixie is a program or website that our students have access to. All students in Fitzgerald Elementary School should have access to Wixie. We pay for it, and so every student has an account, and it's linked to their class and their teacher. So in Wixie, students can create projects. They can start from literally a blank page and add pictures, drawings, all kinds of cool things. Or their teacher might assign them something that already has components, and then the students will add on to it. The teachers can also assign worksheets, and then the students will go in and either draw their answer or type their answer. And it automatically saves and is super easy and useful. So today I'm going to tell you about that. There's two things I'm going to talk about: how to find it and how to use it. So when I ask your students to look for the rainbow hand, this is what I'm talking about. It is the button or the app for Wixie, the rainbow hand. But it doesn't always appear as a rainbow hand. Sometimes it does, and clever it will. So if I say rainbow hand, I'm talking about Wixie. But let's move on to how to find it. To get started, you're going to need to go to the internet, and I recommend Google Chrome. Google Chrome runs almost everything the best when it comes to Office 365, Lexia, Dreambox, Wixie. So if you can, please download that. It's free. And honestly, I much prefer Google Chrome to Microsoft Edge or Internet Explorer. So once you go there, you're going to go to Office 365. And you're going to log in with your Prince William County email address, much like everything else that's here. Once you're in Office 365, it should look like this. Now, Office 365 has updated since the beginning of school, which is kind of unfortunate because now things look different, but everything is still there, including the waffle. So you're going to go up and click the waffle, and you might see Canvas here, which is great. And we are trying to find Canvas, but if you don't see it here, you can scroll down until you see all apps, and then you're going to scroll down and find Canvas. So here's Canvas, or you could type it in too. So click on Canvas, and it should take you right to your child's Canvas dashboard. So now that we're in Canvas, the three main pages that they'll be using are homeroom, language arts, and math. And then some of your Encore teachers have pages. I also have a science and social studies page that we'll be using too. But these three are the main three. When using Wixie, you can access it through language arts, math, science, and social studies. I'm working on making it accessible through my homeroom. But today I'm going to show you through math. However, the way I'm showing you in math is the same exact way you'll do it in language arts and homeroom and science and social studies. So you'll click on the page or the course, and this is our home page. If you scroll down, here are my buttons or quick links, but none of these are Wixie. Instead, for Wixie, you're going to come to this sidebar. And over here, you'll see Home, which brings you back to this page. Announcements, which takes you to announcements. Modules takes you to links and pages I've made accessible for students. Typically, we use them during class or virtual Mondays. Zoom takes you to Zoom. Office 365 is linked with students' email accounts However, second graders don't have email accounts, so this link doesn't really do much. Clever. Clever is where I want you to go. And then these following three, I'm just going to ignore these because I have not introduced these to the students and I don't plan on using them until further throughout the school year. But Clever is where we want to go. So click on Clever. And this right here is what it should look like. I know it looks a little strange, but this is what it should look like. And you're going to click Open a New Tab. So up here, your Canvas should still be open in this tab. And then over here, it should have a Clever login. And this probably looks familiar from last year. Your teacher from first grade may have given you a Clever badge, but I'm going to ask that you log in this way. So you're going to click Login with Office 365. And ta-da! It should not ask you to enter an email and password. It should just do it automatically. Once you're in Clever, it will say Fitzgerald Elementary School, and your name will also appear over here. I am in student view. This is student view, so your screen should look similar to this. And Clever is how you will also access Lexia, as well as Dreambox, Wixie, and several other good resources. So, as you saw, there is Wixie over here. You can click on that. But I have made my own page in Clever. See my Bitmoji here? And if you click on that, I have put together lots of apps that I find useful for my second graders. So I have this Flipgrid is different than the one I tried integrating. Again, I apologize for that, guys. I don't know what happened. Me and the rest of the second grade teachers are still working on figuring out Flipgrid. I have a link to my YouTube channel, which is all educational, personal read-alouds. This is Orgo Slate, which we use during school. You won't be using that at home, not during school hours. Same with Nearpod. And then these are all links that you can use at home. Here's another link to Epic, and this is our password. You'll notice if it asks for a password, I've usually written it down here. So for PebbleGo, the username is Fitzgerald, the password is school. But that's not why we're here. We're here for Wixie. So now that we're in Clever and we're in Miss Oshi's class page, you're going to look for the rainbow hand, Wixie. You're going to click on Wixie. So this is what it will look like. Now, I want to quick pause and say that was one way how to get here. There is one other way, and that way is if you are in Office 365, then instead of going to Canvas, you can instead go simply to Clever. And it will bring you here. So if you don't feel like going in through Canvas, you can also get in through Office 365. That being said, I'm going to now show you how to use Wixie. So I've showed you the two ways, and now I'm going to show you the two ways to get into Wixie. Now I'm going to show you how to use Wixie. I have two assignments that I've put out for the students. This one is A House for Hermit-Crab, and this one is from today, our Orgo journal page 6 and 7. I also put today's date so that you know it's from today. It should show up on your child's My Projects. If you look, it's also in the team projects and assignments. So we're going to do My Projects, and I'm going to click on today's assignment. All right, so it should look like this. And this is a PDF that I have uploaded. And you'll see your child cannot edit whatever is on here right now. Okay, anything I put on and then I signed it, they can't change. But it has all the instructions, and now I just need them to do it. And you will see it actually has 2 pages. So this is page 1 out of 2. To see the next one, you can hit next. You can also look at story, and then you'll see all the pages. All right, so how to actually edit this document. Whenever it's something like this and I want the students to type something in, you can come up here to text. You're going to click that and a text box will appear in the middle of the page. So once you click inside the text box, you can begin to type anything. Okay? Then you can drag it to where it needs to go. Or you could just leave it as it was and then drag it and then enter it. So for number 1, I did this example. I did A with the students in class. I also did up here, so they should know what they're doing. They're going to take this word form of the number and first break it into tens and ones and then write it in standard numerical form. So with my text box, I'm going to do, if it's 84, I'm going to do 8. I'm going to leave that there. And I'm going to do another text box. I'm going to drag it down. And now I'm going to do 4, 84. And now down here I have to put 84. So I'm going to do another text box. And I'm going to type 84. So as you can see, that's pretty fast. And that's how you can type it. Students can also draw something. But before I do that, I'm going to talk about the sizing of things. So this is one way to change the size. Oh, now it's being silly. All right. So clicking on the blue arrows affects your size, but so can over here. So sliding this can impact the size. This will change the color, but since it's not highlighted, I don't think I can. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. Out of my screen, you guys couldn't see this arrow over here. So you need to click this arrow to change the color. Ta-da! But color doesn't matter. I was just using blue and red and blue in class so that they could see the 6 is 10s, the 60 and 63 is 6 10s, and the 3 and 63 is 3 1s. But they don't have to do that now. So that's how you edit the text. And if you want to draw, you can come up here and click this paintbrush, and it will look kind of like this little circle here. And again, you pick your color. I'm going to do purple, and you can choose your brush. I recommend just a normal one. And I'm going to make it kind of skinny so that you can tell what I'm writing. And then you literally just write. So 92, there are 9 10s in 92. Ta-da! And there are 2 1s in 92. And now I'm going to write it all together. 92. All right, and look, it's not perfect, and I don't expect it to be perfect. But your child may notice that there are other things that you can do in here. So that's fine if it's a document on their own. They can definitely come in here and create documents on their own free time. But I ask that when filling out a document like this, they focus on the work itself and try not to mess around with some of the silly things like spray paint. But if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. I hope this video was helpful, and I will be having students work through Wixie in ways like this throughout the year. Thank you, and Have a good day.